Hello everyone, Tyler Vogel here with Beck's Practical Farm Research. Today I'm in Gibbon, Minnesota doing some late season scouting, specifically looking at earboard sampling. And while I was on our Success Strategies Omission study, pulling some ears, I was noticing some differences in ear sizes. Within this study, all the success strategies, all that really means is 5 different practices that we've tested within PFR. And we wanted to compare each of these practices, stack them all up one versus each other to see which is the most important, which one will pay me the most, and which one do I need to start implementing on my farm. So I'll flip the camera over and we can take a look at the ear board here. As you can see, there are 10 ears, and what I did, since there were 5 treatments, I pulled 5 ears out of each treatment, and then I took the best 2 out of those 5 to make it over to this ear board. So the success strategies, those 5 practices, all those are splitting that nitrogen up, putting some nitrogen on that planting, 2 by 2 by 2, a fungicide at VTR1, using spike closing wheels instead of solid rubber closing wheels, and early planting. So when I talk about all 5 of those, that would be our enhanced program. So these 2 ears here had all 5 of those practices implemented. As you can see, quite a bit more fill, and I think this one's probably going to do our best in terms of yield. But as we look left to right, these 2 ears, the only differences here was all that nitrogen was on at one time. We didn't split it up, and there was no nitrogen on at planting. So this was all at V3, 190 units of UAN. Moving on, these 2 ears did not receive a fungicide, so that's the only differences between these 2, as these got the fungicide and these did not. The fungicide in PFR is typically done at VTR1, so that's the only differences there. Moving on, I just talked about the enhanced a little bit ago that got all 5 of the strategies implemented. Going to the right, as we see, these 2 ears were planted using solid rubber closing wheels versus these with the spikes. Those are the only differences between these 4 ears. And then lastly, the late planting date, I believe it was May 23rd versus the early would have been May 9th. So that's the only differences here. Typically planting date, is usually one of the largest driving factors in yield, but I think since this year was unusually hot and dry, depending on when that hotness and weather occurred with pollination and grain fill, I think some of that late planted crop might do just fine this year. But again, as we can just see, these 2 here with the enhanced program, they look the best. I'm expecting the combine to tell me the yield is the best here as well. So really, again, with these success strategies, we're just looking at which of these is most important, which one makes the most difference on my farm, which one do I need to start implementing.